Good morning, good evening, and good day. Thank you so much for watching AtkPwr Gaming. Today, I am going into my decider match against CK530. Since we tied in points in the group stage of league, we had to play a one-game best-of-one match to determine who would be the first place of the group. We're both going to playoffs either way, but the first place person gets to skip the quarterfinals. So, the winner of this will get a little bit of break and a little less chance of messing up. So if you enjoy this content, hit that like button, subscribe, and consider joining us on Patreon in order to improve its Steel Division 2 through Discord access, replay reviews, and coaching. Let's dive right in. So for this game, we ended up on Haroshaje. And I am playing the Corpo Italiano de Liberazione, and he is playing 78 Sturm. Both of us are on balanced. If we hop over to the deck list here, let's check out CK's first here. Good old 78 Sturm. No recon for him. Full tab of infantry. Quite a lot. Basically all up vetted except for some of those early close range units and such. Couple Stugs, as always. Pretty light on the support tab. This division can get a lot. Light on the AT tab, but against my division, it's not surprising. Good chunk of AA. Makes sense. A lot of artillery. A lot of 105s. And then, you know, basically all you get for 78 Sturm in terms of air power. Some really good bombers, and then a whole bunch of fighters. Hopping over to my deck here. You know, lots of recon, lots of infantry. That's what this division is all about in terms of the Corpo. Shermans, because that's what you get. You know, the support tab, a little bit limited, but it is what it is. Solid AT tab with your all the British 6 and 17 pounders. The light AA, but not a big deal against CK's deck because air power is not a big thing. Some nice light artillery, and then the good old Commonwealth air tab there, Spitfires and Baltimores and things like that. So those are the deck lists for us there. So we're going to hop into the spoiler here. So if you do not want to know how this game turns out, make sure you skip to the time noted down below in the description. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So in terms of how this game went, I'm going to put it frankly, this match made me more enraged, angry, and tilted than I've felt in a long time playing Steel Division 2. And you've all seen me play. You know, if you're watching this, you've probably watched me through most of this league and everything, and all that. And I'm really glad, because I almost filmed this live. Like, I almost live casted this, because, you know, I'm still in playoffs, and honestly, it gives me more content to show you guys if I'm able to actually win the quarterfinal. And you've seen me play this. I hate this map. I've come to the conclusion I absolutely hate this map. It's not a bad map. The map's actually quite good. It's not super close fair, but it's not miles away from fair either. But I just can't win on this map. I cannot win a game on this map. I get boned constantly. So you've all seen me got bullied by Vulcan on this map. You saw me get bullied by Protoss on this map. Everyone who plays these stupid allied close range tank divisions against me, Shermans are like tank gods against me. It's absolutely infuriating. I did not get a single penetration against a Stug. I think I got 2 on 2 different tanks. So I did not kill a Stug at sub 1,000 meters on this map. I had tanks this far apart, and it was bouncing shells constantly. When I play against Shermans, they penetrate every time. Even talking about it right now makes me want to start dropping so many swear words. And I try not to do that in these, because I just don't like that on YouTube personally. This was extremely frustrating. Extremely. And CK played great. And the thing is, when you play against someone like CK530, you know, you do need a little bit of RNG to help you out once in a while. And I got completely screwed constantly. And that's not to say I played wonderfully, or like my gameplay was overwhelmingly good. But on the flip side, like, I did not play that poorly, and I just could not catch a break this entire game. Infuriating. I'm constantly on this crap side of this map. I hate this side of the map. You get so screwed in this town. Like, this side of the town blows. It's so much easier to push from this side. You have much safer reinforcement routes. It's not open over here where you get to, like, attacked all the time. You can come up this way. So angry. So, yeah, this game, this did not turn out well. So, yeah, that's the spoiler. I'm mad. I'm still angry about it. And that's not to take away from CK playing great, but I just, no. I did not have a good time. Did not have a good time at all in this. All right, if you skip that spoiler, here we are. We are back. We're going to dive right in here to this best of one match against CK530. Every time, you guys know I'm going to do it. So what happened down here, I expected a big push because usually people like rush to grab this flag. So I had a couple, you know, flamers and such. And I was actually going to drive the Staghound and this light AT gun here down to cut off this. So I'm deploying the AT gun here and the Staghound down here. So I'm going to try to cut off reinforcements on their way in. Mostly support weapons here in the town. I actually wasn't sending a huge infantry force here at the beginning. Mostly support weapons just to hold the line for me. You know, machine gun here, light AT, things like that all over the place. My main force here was really up top, throwing a whole bunch of Fusilieri Brens and such. And yeah, assault troops. I'm going to try to push this. And if I can push them out of this town, that's probably going to lock the game up for me. So that was the game plan. I have these little radar dudes. I'm going to try to hide them, you know, over here and just kind of put them in the town. So when I start calling in light artillery later, I can, you know, have that radar. Calls in a BF-109 early to get that recon. This is literally the only recon in this whole deck. And of course, I'm not bringing in any AA because truthfully, 78 Sturm really doesn't have much air, like offensive air power, other than the super heavy Ju-88s that drop double 1,000 kilogram bombs. Those are fantastic, but you can only get one in A, so most people usually bring them in at least B, especially in a balanced match. So here comes our push down south. Sherman, of course, has a 50 cal, so Staghound takes a shot, doesn't land a hit. Down here, my plan comes to fruition. Unfortunately, he sees it, so the Schützen are out before I can kill them. I will hopefully be able to kill these Flammenwerfers. Troops are down. Got this Flamer here. That's pretty good. Flamers battling. These guys have Berettas, so they're just a step up much better than the German Flammenwerfers. Not that there's a huge difference. Staghound up over the hill. Unfortunately, he does have a Panzerschreck already in this little building here. Able to stop that Flammenwerfer. That is actually really helpful. Down here, somehow this thing still has not been killed by anything. So luckily the Staghound finally gets on it. Pack 40 down the road. Panzerschreck moving forward. I noticed it at the last second, and I'm just a millisecond too late to back that up. So I lose my Staghound there. Not a huge loss. It's annoying, but it wasn't going to be able to do much anyway in this position. Especially because he has this Pack 40 now, too. He would have been able to kill it right quick. Infantry coming in. This should be an easy fight in the woods, but these Schützen and Sturmschützen are definitely going to be quite a challenge to work my way through. Bringing a Beretta to capture this flag off, because otherwise it would be 12-12. This Flammenwerfer is still alive. Quite the powerhouse over there. Am able to force off this Schützen with my Brens here. Brens laying down some of these guys are quite good with a quadruple Bren guns, can suppress quite quickly. Bring up that guy from behind to try to get around there. Staghound coming up over the hill. I'm thinking that it's pretty empty over here. Most people don't post much up over here. Unfortunately, there is a Panzerschreck waiting here, and it is able to easily pop that Staghound. BF-109 in again? These must refuel really fast, because I could have sworn that thing just left. Trying to make a run across this open ground here. Kind of failed, because I threw these two guys back. But he is pouring infantry into here. And unfortunately, this is the range that you don't want to be on versus 78 Sturm, is this range here, where they can make use of all their Sturmschützen with their MP44s and the machine guns off their Schützen and such. Pack 40 gets in there against me. Schützen double MG42 is apparently better than 4 Bren guns. That is the conclusion that I am coming to. We'll see how this one turns out. This one I have machine gun help though as well, so that's definitely gonna tilt the odds there. Unfortunately, he does see my L335 over here, so I'm able to back it up in town. It does have AP shells, but they're not going to do very much. Have another Staghound coming out. I'm going to try to come around here to try to support from this little yellow forest. Stug comes in to take out my Breda and destroy the support from that. I am able to fall it back in time. I do have this cannon here, but it's unlikely to kill that. Down south, all is quiet. I'm just letting this chill. It's safe. That's usually a flag you have to fight for pretty hard, so I was pretty happy not losing that. Still 12-12, and that's alright. It's not a big deal. Finally have a 20 mil coming in. I really got to cut off this recon here. That's a problem. Staghound in, supporting. Cannon firing, taking tons of HE damage though, unfortunately, but it does take out the Stug 3. That's a pretty big kill from him. I did not think it had the pen power to do that. Must have gotten very lucky. As we discovered though, apparently at any sort of range, the MG42 outdoes 2 MG42s outdoes 4 Brens, which was a nice thing to learn in this match. It was definitely something I did not know. Staghound taking a pop shot at that Stug 3. Not going to turn out well for it. Down it goes. Stug now in good position to support. Bren keeps hopping back into this building. I couldn't put it in this one because there's flames on it. Sherman moving in. First one of the game here. The plan is to use these Shermans like everyone does to me and bully CK530 out of this town. And here we go. Ah, Sherman power! Eat my Sherman. Unfortunately, he does have a Panzerstrike waiting here for me, though. Feel the suppression. Do have 2 mortars in. I'm hoping maybe to break down some of these troops through mortar usage. Panzerstrike pops out. Easily pops my Sherman. Down it goes. Back to that 12-12. Unfortunately, many of my troops here have died in this woods, and it's just a block of shoots and troops. So definitely going to be... My attack over here definitely did not go as I wanted to. Bring in a couple more, because I really don't want to lose this hill completely. That would be bad. Have some AA in now, so that's to basically keep off that BF-109 from completely, like, freely flying around. Mortars beginning to come in. Let's see if this strike is good. Yep, lands very nicely on those shoots and nice radio mortars there. Doing some good damage. There we go. Couple more kills. Breaking down that Schutzen squad. First Baltimore in for the game. Not sure where it dropped. Breda putting down that Sturm Pioneer. He's got first 105 coming in along with a flak 43 37 mil, so that'll definitely make it hard to get those planes over him. These Sturmschützen are really deadly at this range. They're at the perfect, like, 300 meter, can't get in on them kind of range. Decided to throw a parad assault over here to maybe push up around. Got a nice thick force of troops here in the middle, though. Definitely want to reinforce this little flank over here, which these Fucilieri are coming to do. I'm saying that wrong. Fucilieri is, I believe correct. Sturm Pioneer coming in, trying to catch up my L3 here, but I do have these assault guys now. And they have the 150 meter range, so they can actually shoot at this Sturm Pioneer without them shooting back, which is neat. These 20 mils just don't do anything. Now, the thing is, too, this BF-109 has, I believe, at least very good agility. And for those who don't know, agility has nothing to do with how much the plane turns. It has everything to do with how well it dodges AA. So with very good or exceptional agility, you actually like take less suppression from that, from whatever it is, AA. 105 starting to lay down some fire. My mortars continue to poke at his infantry, and it's actually doing quite a good job of breaking some of these infantry squads down. Actually going to kill that Schützen squad there. He's starting to get a few more troops in here, though. Feels like so many Sturmschützen. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess that's all 6 of his Phase A Sturmschützen there out. Unfortunately, he did have troops back here, so the Parasalts have to fall back. I decided to try to mortar this Stug, because right now I really don't have another way to kill it. And the mortar will kill it eventually. And it does. Look at that. Very nice. Sherman 3 in. Nice. This should be winnable. Bounces, though. Sherman, of course, is penetrated and goes down. 2-star Sherman. No match, apparently, under 1,000-meter range. That's funny, because whenever I feel like I fight Shermans at that range, they seem to destroy my Stugs in a hilariously easy fashion. IG-33 in, and he's just like shooting the corner here. I decided to shell out these shoots in a little bit. Unfortunately, Lucky 105 takes out my mortar. I really wasn't moving them because I didn't think he would I don't know why I wasn't moving them. Quite frankly, I should have just moved him. So now he has 2 105s in. I am able to grab this flag, though. That's definitely a big grab for me. Parasalts sneak it into the town here. So I do finally have this flag that I had the intention of getting all this time. Parasalts against these Sturmschützen should be pretty good, but unfortunately if they slide too far out, the Schützen are going to get a shot on them, which they do. Immediately fall in them back, but one burst of MG42 really does a lot. Bowfighter here is not able to get in on that Stug. That was the game plan. Failed pretty miserably. Is able, though, thankfully, to get away. 1311, though. Got the flag tick, and we're on our way. I was able to kill that Panzerschreck, put down the mortar on that Schützen. So, very good mortar strikes for me so far. Pack 40 around the corner here. Kind of odd. Parasalt's taking on the Sturmschützen. I thought this should be an easy win. It does. They do trade. They do trade, so pretty good there. Unfortunately, lose the flag. I'm able to sneak it back. Got a commander in now, trying to, you know, get these dudes to 3 stars, because 3 stars really makes the difference. Sturmschützen overwhelmed here. A little too much machine gun fire for me. Unfortunately, these are also... If these had been Schützen, this would have been an easy win. But them being Sturmschützen, not much of a chance for these Bren guns. But at 3-star, we are able to finally start actually kind of overwhelming some of these Schützen squads. Definitely did pretty well breaking down those infantry. Unfortunately, my mortar has run out of ammo, and I haven't done anything to fix that. Artillery coming in on it as well. And he has captured this flag in the town, so now it's 1311 to CK530. Sherman, though, up on the hill, this is what I was looking for. I'm going to use my armor now to kind of support my push, or at least hold on to this flag here. I don't feel like I'm ever going to get him out of this position anymore. Like, he's just... it's too much. He's got a Panzerschreck coming in here. We saw in his deck build he has 12 Panzerschrecks, so it's not like they're all going to die anytime soon. Parasol coming in for this hill. Luckily, I'm able to catch out some of these Sturm Pioneers. It keeps retreating. I just want to see what the agility is on that thing, so I know if it's exceptional or very good. It's got to be at least good. Pack 40 moves into range of my cannon here, so unfortunately it's getting free shots off on that. His first off map of the game, the 210. That's quite a powerful off map. The thing is, though, joke's on him. There's not much there. Sherman is doing some great damage to these infantry. This is what I imagined. This is when I picked this division. This is what I imagined was Sherman's uncontested, obnoxious killing his stuff. More now. I have some artillery coming in, some 75 mil lighter artillery. Morrow's coming in as well. I'm trying to get them into this position, I believe. Yep, to contest these Sturmschützen. That's the game plan. They should be able to win. Unfortunately, though, they catch sight of it first and they die. So that was dumb. I should have just unloaded it here and walked it over. That was really dumb. Really, really dumb. That's a huge loss because they would have killed this and opened up this other flank here for me. MG42 in now, going to easily overwhelm those Fusilieri. His Sturm shooting got a little too aggressive, and now I have a Sherman in as well. It's supposed to have line of sight on this Stug. It doesn't, though, apparently. So the Stug's going to get the opportunity to maneuver where he wants to maneuver. Sherman getting in a position to take out that MG42. I don't see a line of sight here. He's got one, apparently. Another bounce at sub 500 meters. That's very frustrating. And another bounce at sub 500 meters. I don't feel like that happens when I fight Shermans. I don't feel like Stugs bounce like that. I just don't. So, another Sherman down to this singular Stug in the town. And now he's got a pretty overwhelming force here. This is a lot of layers of defense to break down. Off map it damaged the Sherman, and it obviously damaged that leader a bunch. Fortunately, he's now set up a Panzerschreck here, so moving into that will be an immediate death for sure. Stug supporting his infantry. He's now captured his flag, so it is still 13-11. Some reinforcements coming in infantry-wise, though. Quick. Oh my goodness, he's already retreating it. Buh. Sherman kind of on the backside of this hill to keep it out of line of sight. Stug continues to just bully my infantry here. I got another Sherman coming in. I'm hoping maybe this one can turn the tide on this indomitable Stug. Panzerschreck coming up now. Leader goes down. Probably need to fall that back. Not probably. I need to fall that back. Panzerschreck comes into range of that Sherman. I do see it. Oh, actually, I was afraid of the Schutzen. It's not the Panzerschreck I saw. It was the Schutzen I was trying to get away from. And unfortunately, that happened to come just into the teeniest speck of sight of that Panzerschreck. Bring in a 6-pounder, because apparently Shermans can't get the job done, so we're going to go a little heavier. Luckily for me, he got a little aggressive with that Pioneer squad. Morrow is able to take that down. But then I got a little aggressive with this Morrow squad and walked it into this MG42 and apparently didn't notice it. Because now he's making an attack. Now, he did run some Sturm Pioneers into death here. These little cannons are quite effective. They really do quite well. Morrow coming in, going to probably pull that off the road, I think. Now, the 20 mil's going to get busy. Let's see how it does. Go, 20 mil, go. Whoa! There we go. Ah, that thing's a deadly little 20 mil. Morrow, now I feel safe driving him up. Because I did just cream that dude. Unloads from the machine gun fire. Panzerschreck finally finds it. No! My L3, L5. Death. 6-pounder. Gets an eyeball on that Stug. And it finally takes it out. Wonder of wonders, miracle. My 75 mil are starting to work here. I honestly did forget they were back there. Morrow gets into this little here, and I feel this guy can definitely beat anything at close range. No doubt about that. The Flamer and Morrow are obviously designed to get back up here, but it looks like they're going to be doing this work anyway instead. Alright, we are Sherman back in now. With that Stug dead, I am free to actually bully a little bit with my Sherman. This is what I imagined. This is what I wanted to happen when I picked this division. I was like, great Italian infantry will be supported by annoying Shermans in this town. There'll be nothing he can do. I will destroy. He starts bringing in some smoke, cover off his Sturm Pioneer there in the church tower. This is why you should always just destroy the church tower. If you're not going to use it, destroy it, because it gives so much valuable recon. Unfortunately, my Morrows are cut out on a dumb line of sight, so now they're mostly suppressed, which means they may even lose the Schutzen. 20 mil, doing what it does. Things actually holding the line. That Sturm Pioneer did die. Maybe we can kill off this leader, but nothing's happening. There's no damage occurring right now. And my Morrow dies. I'm not sure why that did literally no damage, but now, of course, against 3 shoots in this Maro Bren has absolutely hilarious no chance. Is this thing out of range? Is that why it's not firing? Yeah, 750. That'd be why. I'm also falling back because I don't actually think it can win a fight there. Bigger artillery coming in now? Question mark? No, it's still just 105. Something big. Oh, it's the off map. Off map coming in, so now I'm in full retreat. Quite a large attack coming up there. I do have a bunch of troops coming into the center here to recapture this flag. I was able to push him out of these buildings here with the support of my Sherman. Now he's doing that IG thing where he's just bombing the road to kill the troops around it. 75 mil continuing to come down, doing some good work. Trying to take out that Sturm shoots in there. Baltimore taking a bomb. Comes down. I think it definitely damaged a couple troops. Yeah, you can see I'm dead. Some dead troops there. So we did okay. I think I killed off one and damaged another Schutzen squad. Big attack coming through here. Another off map, so he had 2. He got phase B of those off maps. I was able to recapture his flag here, so that was exciting. Maro unfortunately caught out here. Second Sherman coming in. 75 mil trying to kill this Sturm Schutzen because I assume that's what's holding the flag. For some reason, this guy can't. Is he in? Yeah. Well, still hidden though. Put this guy on hold fire. He's only got 1 health, which is why I'm not having him shoot. Bren's catching some troops out here. This should do okay. Unfortunately, the Maro is the one seen here, so I'm able to push that Schutzen back. His Panzerschreck for some reason came in first, so that insta died. And now my 3-star infantry should be able to counter this. 2 Baltimores coming in. 1 for this pack, 40 over here, and it is going to kill that, so hoorah there. And the second one killing off the shoots in here. So that should open up the area to basically blunt that whole attack. Taking some points back there, pretty good. I unfortunately did lose this flag again because of the pinning of the off-map, and the off-map also managed to kill one of my Shermans. Quite lucky there. Do recapture this. Now back to the 12-12, and we are into phase C as well. Sherman up here. We'll hopefully be able to hold that down then. Nashorn, though, in the road, so that's a little bit dangerous. So I decide I'm going to pop my Sherman out, fire, and run back. My guy will definitely aim faster, and I actually don't think, at this point, yeah, he's lost his eyeballs. So, like, the Nashorn's actually sitting here with no recon help whatsoever, but somehow he still sees it. Sherman lands a hit. Nashorn misses. What's his... His optics are good. Okay, that makes sense. And the second one does kill that Nashorn, so hoorah, Sherman doing it. He is starting to counter battery my 75 mils, but 2 of his 105s are out of ammo. 12-12. Sturmschützen coming in, though. Second off map, and this one he called in, like, the slow burn. So essentially it's going to, like, just continue to bomb slowly the whole time. And that's what makes this side of the map really crappy, because you're just so tight against this. It's so easy to call in, like, a long-term off map or just artillery and stuff and make it so hard to get into the town. While this side really does not have that same issue. You can bring in troops all different ways, basically. Here comes the Ju-88 nuke bomber. These things are crazy good with 1,000 kilogram bombs. These will essentially erase anything they bomb. And of course, my little 20 mil. Look at it. I should just use the 50 cal. That puts more suppression on the stinking thing. Is going to erase. I decided to just run my leader. That's the only thing I have time for. Run, leader, run. Oh! And there they go. Erase. Spitfire coming in. I'm really hoping maybe catch this thing, but unfortunately he does have a 37 mil here that's going to easily stop my Spitfire from doing what it does. So I have to fall that thing back. Off map continues to come in. I have a nice chunk of troops here, though. I have artillery coming on this church tower because I know that Sturm Pioneer's in there. Now I finally figured that out. Spitfire goes down from that 37 mil, quite impressive 37 mil, but it is 1 star, and these can be, especially the Flak 43 version, which is way better than the Flak 36 version. These things are quite deadly. Sherman just chilling out now. Probably a little too close to this forest, quite frankly. Definitely too close to that forest. Should back him up. You can see he's got Panzerschreck coming in here. Coming to punish me for this misplacement of this Sherman here. More infantry coming in now, along with Shermans, Maros. I did lose one of my artillery pieces. Out of ammo anyway, basically. Although obviously that can be fixed. Trying to bomb out that flak. He has moved it since. Couple more Bren units coming in just to stop. I don't think he's going to send another attack. I have chewed up a lot of points in there. Still 13-11. I decide, okay, let's change tactics here. I still haven't seen much on this hill, so I decide let's send a little probing attack down into the south here. See if we can't pick up some, you know, see if we can't pick up some points down there. Baltimore coming in is able to get those bombs off. Coming down on those Sturm shoots, and I assume. Oh, very nice. Great bombing strike. A lot of damage. Fortunately, this Sturm Pioneer is still alive even after killing this church tower. You can see how deadly these Pack 43s are. Not Pack, sorry. Yeah, no. Flak 43s. I stopped them right on the edge of the road because I do remember there's a panther trek here. So driving them up the hill is basically insta-death. And these parachutists are really quite strong at close range with the double Bren, the double Beretta. All those things shoot at sub 100 meter range. So if I can get into these woods, I feel pretty good about my chances down there. Sherman in. Lost a Sherman over here to, I assume, that Pack 40. Stug coming in. Unfortunately, my Sherman is facing a Suway, but he is turning now in time. Not that it makes a difference. Their front armor does not stop a Stug shot. Yeah, not sure. Okay. Seems close. Parachutisti still chilling out there. Morrow's in. Fucilieri. Oh no, Stug moves forward, takes that first shot. Sherman fires. Bounce! Indomitable! These Stugs are indomitable, I say. Now, the Sherman was never going to win that anyway because it got the first shot off. It's a triple star Stug. It was going to fire first. But still did not get even a single penetration. Apparently, this is out of range of this Panther Trek. He changed his mind. Shoot, Bren, shoot! Ah! Oh, erased. That was close. Did I learn my lesson? The question is, did I learn my lesson? No. The answer is I did not. I did not learn my lesson. 2 Baltimores coming in. I'm hoping to drop bombs somewhere, but he brought in a flak 41 as well, so the 88 kind of seals the deal there. And unfortunately, it looks like this Baltimore is going to go down, especially when this second flak 43 gets involved. I highly doubt that Baltimore is going to survive. JU-88, on the other hand, coming in. Down goes the Baltimore. This thing's going to nuke. Let's see what it's nuking. Is it nuking the Sherman, or is it just nuking the hill? Nuking the hill. Wow, Lamaro survived. What a champ. Back to 12-12, I was able to grab this flag back, so that was good. Not too far behind. We're balanced, so, you know, this is bound to go long. Some more artillery in. Trying to kill off some of this 37 mil AA here. Not landing very luckily. There we go. Finally got a good hit. Parachutisti pushed up the hill. We're able to wipe out the chutes in here and get into this forested area. Staghound moving forward, but he's got the Stug in this really interesting spot. I'm able to grab this flag. This is huge for me. He's got nothing down here. No reinforcements coming. If I can get in here, I have a Sherman coming in as well, hoping to maybe, you know, set it up here and cut this off. Because technically at that range, the Sherman should do fine against a Stug. Although, to the contrary here, based on what we've seen, that may not be true. Able to kill off another Stug with the 6-pounder. At least they can penetrate. Apparently Shermans cannot. BF-109 coming in to check out the situation. He's got a whole bunch of reinforcements coming in. Stug forward here. Staghound in ambush position. Will he get the ambush? No, he's going to stop just before. Parachutisti coming in to fight these Schutzen. If I can get within, you know, 100 meters, these guys will kill the Schutzen. But at any sort of range, bad. This is good. As long as he's moving, he can't use his MG42s. If he doesn't use his MG42, Schutzen aren't that good. Tried to sneak the Staghound out. Apparently he could see it. But the bow fighter here is actually able to take out that Stug. I don't usually get that much from out of my rocket AT, so I was pretty pleased. Spitfire in, trying to get this Ju-88. Unfortunately, he nukes my parachutisti, so they're now dead. Baltimore comes in to kill these Schutzen off. But now we have a big force coming in here. That Ju-88 is going to get away again. Not really any significant damage. And unfortunately, with these slow as crap transports, it's going to take quite a while. And now he's got a whole bunch of infantry now to work through down here again. And my Spitfire goes down to his BF-109 G6. Those Spitfires, they have bad resilience, which is no worse than the G6. But they just seem to be made of paper. I don't know. They just seem to die so fast. More Shermans in. Going to try to take out this Nashorn most likely, because that's definitely something we can take care of. Nashorn does okay HE damage. Rockets come in, totally missed, because he was really suppressed and he only fired 2, so... Sherman does get that shot on there. Takes a hit, though, for its trouble, but does take out the Nashorn, so hoorah. Taking that out. Morrow in the woods here to hopefully re-grab this flag is the plan. Some more recon units, so maybe try to sneak around a little bit. Sherman supporting my infantry over here. As long as the Sherman's here, it's going to be kind of a brick wall to these troops. They will not be able to push forward. Morrow versus Sturm shoots, and this should be an easy win. Berettas versus MP40s in a woods. Yep. And we're seeing it play out the way it should be. Sherman now in position. This thing could definitely be a deciding factor. Fortunately, a little too aggressive with those recons. He's got quite an artillery battery built up back here now. Now it includes some 150 mils. More Stugs coming in as well. Stug comes over to now support his troops instead. Sherman can't get... Oh, does kill it with the 50 cals. All right. Yeah. Unfortunately, the other Schutzen are able to get in here. Still taking shots. Trying to move my Morrow forward to try to maybe, fire off that Panzerfaust. But another squad of Schutzen, unfortunately, getting a nice burst of MG42 fire. We are back to 12-12, though. I do have this flag. And, well, we're just basically at parity. Baltimore coming in to try to take out this Sturm Schutzen here. He does see that coming. So, well, nice shot. Nice bit of damage. Sherman went down to... I don't know. I'm assuming some infantry unit walked over and killed it. I'm not sure how I missed that. Sherman died to the Stug. No pen. Another bounce. There shall be no penetration. That's what she said. That's terrible. I don't freaking comment. For some reason, these Brens aren't shooting. I see a clear line of sight. Okay, there we go, finally. Should be an easy one. They're out in the open. Despite the fact they're 2-star. But no death is happening. They are still alive. Still alive. Still alive. Nobody died. One unit died. Incredible. Incredible! Sherman, though, in. Save me, Sherman. Save me. Quite a chunk of troops there. BF-109 lending some eyeballs. Parachute DT in, but now he's got a huge mass of troops down here. And this has become essentially the same as the North, where it's just too much to grind through again. He has recaptured this flag here with the death of those Bren guns who don't apparently do any damage. Sherman moving forward to try to capture this. I just got to hold that 12-12. Unfortunately, though, that means that he's going to come into range of these Sturmschützen most likely. And he switches targets off of the Sturmschützen, which are right in front of him. And he dies. Nuke Bomber, wiping out 2 units again. These things are just so good. So good. Now, at this range, Schützen have the massive advantage. Parachutisti need to be up close and personal. 6-pounder in to try to kill the Stugs that my Shermans cannot kill. Unfortunately, though, that makes them vulnerable to Schützen fire, which they take. 2 Baltimores in, trying to soften this up a little. Little do I know that he has multiplied his presence here. Bombs coming in. Let's see if we do any damage. Ah, we kill one. Hoorah. That one missed. Unfortunately, though, G6R6 gets back on the back of both of these. And we have a double bomber down. Oh. It's hard to see that a second time. I retreated them a little bit too quick, so I could not micro. Sherman in position to at least support and stop Schutzen from pushing across, but my lines are looking very thin. Still 13-11. Big salient here. I'm just bringing in some recon to try to check out what is doing this. I'm hoping maybe to get this flamer up on top of the hill here. They should still be able to beat these Sturm Pioneers, at least one at a time. But this attack has mostly failed. I shouldn't say mostly. It has failed. It has died. His artillery battery sits mostly silent at this point. I'm not sure what he's doing with the munitions. Supporting something up here, I assume. Sturm Pioneer, for whatever reason, pretty easily overwhelming my paras, and then the second one gets involved and they go right down. Parachutisti doing a very bad little skirmish with these Schutzen. Not where you want to be. Stug comes up, hits that Breda. Sherman in to try to stop this Stug. See if we can get lucky. Oh, another nuke comes in and wipes out the troops I'd finally pushed back up onto this hill. Do we have a pen? Was that a pen? Did it happen? Maybe? I moved it so it would like turn and reveal itself again. But unfortunately it turned back. I'm able to re-grab this flag. Artillery coming down on my 6-pounder. And if we look here, there's not much chance here. Just being honest with you. The game does not last much longer, and we can see why I decide to throw in the towel. Can the Stug do it? Bounce. Will this be the moment? Will this be the moment? Oh my god! We got one pen! I was wrong. There was one kill. The Sherman had to sacrifice itself to do it. But we got one. One beautiful penetration. I think that Stug was already damaged from a bombing run or something. What a beautiful moment. To wrap up, which was what was really a terrible game for me. I will say, in the spoiler, if you didn't watch it, I blamed RNG for a lot of my woes here. And watching the game, it was not, of course, per usual, it was not all RNG's fault that I lost this game. Obviously, there was many moments I made poor decisions, played like crap, but I did not catch many lucky breaks either. I will stand behind that statement that I definitely caught the bad end of the stick on a lot of this. A lot of these tank trades and stuff. Killing some of those Stugs would have been huge, and more importantly, my Shermans would have been around, so I could have actually suppressed and overwhelmed this infantry. That was the whole concept behind picking this division against 78 Sturm. And since my Shermans consistently just died, this, I'm not sure what's going on. These guys should be able to easily beat Sturmschützen. Not happening at all. But yeah, so he's pushing forward, gonna grab this. You know, I'm obviously, it's now 14-10, and I can see the writing on the wall. I know how, I don't know it's this much, like, he has way more troops than me. At this point, he doesn't even need to push. He knows he's got this in the bag, which is why he's not playing very aggressively. He doesn't have to. He's on the front foot. Sherman goes down to the Stug. Another beautiful bounce at sub 500 meter range. I understand, technically speaking, the Shermans don't have a ton of penetration power, but at that range, they usually penetrate with some consistency. Unfortunately, I can't see the penetration, like, unless I click off of, you know, one side. You know, I can't see. We'll see here really quick. If I go... Oh, but... Oh, there you go, I can see. Oh, it doesn't show me? Okay. I thought it would show me the percentage penetration chance. So, yeah. I mean, overall, not a great played game by me. The beginning felt pretty good, like I was doing alright. I wasn't able to open up this top like I needed to. This was probably just a poor choice of division. there were other choices I could have made, and I decided to try to be the guy who bullied the Shermans with the Shermans for once, and it did not turn out that way at all, as we all saw very clearly. And CK530 is a very good player, so you can't make as many mistakes as I did. You can't make that many mistakes, get bad rolls of the RNG, and pick not the right division and come out. You just can't. You really can't. So we can see a pretty massive gap in the KDs here, which is why you had tons of troops at the end there. If we scroll down here, there's one Sherman, apparently. Is it this one? No. This one? No. See, a Stug died, but I don't see a Sherman killing a Stug, which is why I said that. So maybe that Stug did not die from the Sherman. I don't think it did. No. No, it didn't. So no. So the Shermans did not kill a singular Stug the whole game. Which is ridiculous. Which is why I don't like using Shermans. Every time they're used against me, they feel like absolute indomitable walls of steel. But when I play them, they're just so bad. They're so bad. And they're not. I know they're not. It's just me using them. I guess I'm bad with them. It's me. I'm going to blame me. It has to be me. So yeah, great game to CK530. So he picks up first place for the league in our group. And I will have to trudge through the quarterfinals, which I hope I can do. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, and consider joining us over on Patreon. Thanks a bunch, guys. Have a fantastic day.